So this is probably the cutest little bow I've ever seen. It's super easy to make, but again, it will depend on your skills as a crocheter. This tutorial might not be for complete beginners, but if you find that the video is too fast, you can slow it down, you can stop it. I'm using 2.5 millimeter hook, abuelita yarn, non-mercerized, and I'm starting with a slip knot. This is how I do the slip knot. You can do it whichever way you like. So I'm doing it all over again, so to show you. But then you can also create like a little loop. You're like swirling the hook around the yarn and you make that little loop, you see, and then you just yarn over and pull through. So now that you have your slip knot, chain 25. Now that you have chain of 25, you're going to yarn over and you're going to work in the second chain space from the hook. So not the first one, the second. I'm working in the back loops. This is not completely necessary, honestly. I just prefer it that way. So 2 half double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces, 2 double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces, respectively. Now, after we have done double crochets, we're going to do 2 treble crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. This is 1, and now 1 more. And this is that kind of peak for the bow. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. And now we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. So each chain space is going to have just 1 type of stitch. And when you reach this part, you are going to insert just 2 slip stitches in the next 2 chain spaces. Now, half double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. We're repeating everything, we're mirroring it. So this is the second half double crochet. In the next 2 chain spaces, insert 2 double crochets respectively. One, 2, and now we're going to do treble crochets, 2 treble crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. 1 and 2. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. So 2 doubles, 1 and 2. And now we're going to have 2 half double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. This will leave you, this is what it looks like for now. And now we have the last stitch. I'm here counting to see if I did everything correctly. And this is the last stitch. Here we're going to insert 3 single crochets because we need to turn our work. Now you are going to yarn over and insert in the next first chain space. You're going to insert half double crochet. Now one more half double crochet. So we're just repeating the pattern from the previous row. Nothing is new. But we're going to work on top of those stitches that we made in the previous row. So right now we're going to do double crochets. One and one more. Try to make it to be on top. Now we're going to have 2 treble crochets in the following 2 stitches. After we do the treble crochets, we're going to go to double crochets, 2 of them in the next 2 chain spaces. We're creating like a little leaf. I don't know, it reminds me of a leaf. So this is double and one more double crochet. Now we're going to do half double, 2 half double crochets in the next 2 chain spaces. And now we are going to have 2 slip stitches in the following 2 chain spaces. I think I made a mistake and made a single crochet. Anyway, you do the slip stitch. And then we're going to start mirroring everything. 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 treble crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, and we're going to finish with a single crochet. And now after this half double crochet, into that first chain space we're going to insert 1 single crochet and leave a long tail. I cannot tell you how long, but just leave it long and cut the yarn. And now we're going to make the little tail of our bow, the bottom part. Again, start with the slip stitch and chain 16. The 16th chain is going to be our turning chain. So we need an even number in order to get an odd number, and you will see why. Once you have your 16 chains, you are going to single crochet in the first chain space from the hook. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next chain space. Next, you're going to double crochet into the next chain space. And this is the double. Next, you're going to treble in the next chain space. And now you're going to repeat double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. Now you are going to slip stitch in the middle, and this is one part. Now you are going to single crochet. I wanted to do half double, no. Single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet. You are literally mirroring everything we did. Now I'm going to do double crochet, half double crochet, and in the last chain space you're going to insert 3 single crochets to create the turning chain. Once you've done that, you're going to repeat everything we did. You started with a single, but now you're going to half double, then double, then treble, then again double, half double, and single, and then slip stitch. And then you're going to repeat for the second part as well. I'll see you at the end. And now that you have these two pieces, what you're going to do, you need to find which side is the front, which one is the back. Take the first part, the bigger part that we made, and take a needle that's for yarn, or that's good enough, that's big enough for the yarn. And now this is the back. So what we're going to do, if you wish, you can block your work. I don't do that. I don't have time. I don't have the nerves. Now you're going to find the middle and you're going to start sewing. That's it. You just need to sew all of these edges, like these two peaks of the leaves that are together. You are going to sew them like so. And do this a few times to secure the work. It's not really that necessary, but it's better. So I did it like 3 times. Find a loop, find where you can pull that big needle through. sometimes it's not as easy as it looks. And then once you have secured one of them, secure the other side and you will get the top of the bow. Make sure not to cut the yarn once you've done this because you will still need the yarn. Here, try to pull the needle through that first chain space that we made. Sometimes not it is easy as it seems. I wanted to leave this so you can see that it's not all smooth sail when we're making stuff. So secure it in the same way as you did the other side a few times, just sew it through. It really helps keep everything together. And now that you have this cute little bow, you're going to take the bottom part. If you wish, you can weave in right now this tail. You don't have to at this point, as I didn't. And you're going to put it in the back. And what you're going to start doing is you're going to start twisting this working yarn, this tail that we left, around it. You can do this as many times as you want. Make sure to secure it, like pull it tightly. And also, if you wish to have that space in between to be like bigger, that little part that goes in between the bow, just do it a few more times. And that's your bow. One of the things that is very important is to secure it, of course. Try to make a few knots. Try to do it a few times so that your work does not get undone. And of course, eventually you can also use a bit of glue, fabric glue, or hot glue gun to make it extra safe. Which is if you wish to use this as a hair bow with a hair clip, it's going to be perfect. So I am showing you how well I secured it. It's not going anywhere. And now I'm going to weave in that end that's really annoying, and the bow is done. Mind you, you can do this again with the big needle. I just find it a lot easier to do it with a hook. Each to their own. See what works best for you. Take your time. Don't pull it too harshly because you don't want to twist that part. You want it to stay straight. And this is your little bow that you can use for whatever you wish. And this is the other bow. It's a little bit bigger. Here I use 3mm hook. So you can see the same yarn, same type, different color, but they're exactly identical. But I used 3mm hook, so it's a little bit big. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And tag me on Instagram if you decide to make this. Thank you for watching. Bye.